Salutations, NBs and other fiends. I'm Eden Them. Welcome to the Reddit Hour, where we're going to spend about an hour or so reading some Reddit. And we really just go off of my homepage. So let's just go ahead and look at r/comics. Let's see. Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Will it show me the same page? It will. Okay, ex-friend OC. This new cafe looks nice. I think I'm gonna order the... Oh no. What's wrong? There's a girl over there. I know her. Friend of yours? We used to watch anime together all the time. What happened? Let's just say she changed. Changed how? OMG, Naomi, is that you? Hey, it's been forever. Still a blue-haired liberal, I see. Keep America great, ooh woo. Oh god. Oh my god. That was horrific. That was horrific. Okay. Today I learned just how. How? What is the meme? Me after 1 month at a new job, wondering how anyone can do this for years. Right? Same. Same. I don't know. I don't understand. How do people have careers that last like decades? Where they're working at like one place, one job. I don't know. I don't know how it goes. I'm done with this game. Hats cannot be placed on turtles. Damn it. Fix this in 1.7. All right, let's do one where we're actually doing some judgment. Am I the asshole 7 hours ago for not staying after our niece got arrested? Ooh, okay. It's already hot. So, we were all going to be flying back from a family member's wedding. Bunch of us were on the same flight that got canceled. We were about to get tickets for another flight that had a layover. My sister sneakily got a flight on a direct flight. She basically just left us with her 17-year-old daughter because she said she had to get back home for work. We know she didn't tell us because she knew we wouldn't have agreed. She knows we all think her daughter is a pain in the ass. But anyway, with no other options, we took her with us to the airport, and she was her moody, difficult self the whole time. This is a 17-year-old girl. While we were waiting in the airport during our layover, she got up to supposedly go to the restroom. Well, when she got back, the airport police came up and she got arrested for shoplifting. Oh my god. The police said that since she's 17, she would be charged as an adult there and transferred to the county jail. They said that she could be out tomorrow, or it could take longer, depending on how busy they were. We all had our own places to be and were tired from dealing with travel stuff. Most everyone, notably besides me, had younger kids that were also tired and cranky. No one wanted to change their flight again and get a hotel for what may be multiple nights so they could stay up and wait for her. At this point, to be honest, we were just fed up with her. So you abandoned a child at the county jail because she shoplifted. I mean, she's 17 years old. She's old enough to know not to shoplift, right? I would hope. Sorry, let's continue with the story. I always do this. All right. We talked to the police about it, and they said they'd be okay if we took our flight. They said it would be okay if we took our flight. So we relayed the information to my sister over text. She was upset and demanded that someone stay, and we couldn't just abandon her there. By the way, we did check to see, and there were multiple flights my sister could take to get there by tomorrow. She said she couldn't because she had work. We said so do we, but that was it before we got on our flight. So I'm assuming when we got home, my sister was freaking out because we all left, even though she said she had work. She's now mostly just mad at me for leaving since I didn't even have kids like the others. And she thinks my work is much more flexible compared to hers, and they would have believed if I just lied about flight issues or used more days off. I mean, like I said, 17 years old is old enough to know not to shoplift. and it's just, I'm assuming this is still in the States because they're talking about how it's this county. She did be, yeah, county jail. 17 charged as an adult there. Um, Honestly, the mom fucking skipped out, sneakily got on a direct flight, where everyone else was like, oh, got a flight for a layover, but left. Why didn't she take her 17-year-old with her? Is it is it more expensive to get on the direct flight? Well, then why not just have the layover? Oh, but you got to get back home for work. I don't know. Can't you tell your work that your flight got canceled, and so the other flight has a layover? I don't know. Like, is her work pressuring her to do this? Because you're applying something like, we know she didn't tell us because she knew we wouldn't have agreed. She knows we all think her daughter's a pain in the ass. So I mean, you're already prejudiced against her daughter. First off, I don't know what's happened before this. But again, she's old enough to know not to shoplift. Um, so, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, what you did is not, like, technically illegal, but it is kind of a dick move. But you're already prejudiced against this 17-year-old. I don't know why she shoplifted. Because she's, like, literally said, you were just fed up with her. Wait, no. But right before she got shoplifted, that she was being her moody, difficult self the whole time. She got up to supposedly go to the restroom. I don't know, why is she moody and difficult? She's a 17-year-old. Maybe she didn't want to go to this fucking wedding. Maybe you're all assholes to her, and she's unhealthily shoplifting to cope with the fact that she has to deal with all of you motherfuckers. Her mom left her behind to go to her work. She had to work. She couldn't stay. She had to work. And she's freaking out because, like, you all left, but, like, she left her. She left her kid with you and was just like, bye, haha, you have to take care of her. That's fucked. This feels like everyone sucks. This feels like everyone sucks here. That's the verdict I'm looking for. Everyone sucks here. All right. And the OPs offered the following reason: I got on my flight, left my niece behind after she got arrested for shoplifting. That might make me the asshole because she's only 17. It was in a different state. There's no one else we know in the area. And my sister, her mom, says she can't go there because she has work. So let's see what some other people have in mind. JDO or JDO 5000 says, not the asshole. What's she mad about? For abandoning her own daughter or raising her so poorly that as a teen she's shoplifting in an airport? The worst place to try it because of increased security. An electrical string 345 replies, she's probably also mad OP doesn't have kids. Just because you don't have kids doesn't mean you have to drop everything for someone else's kid. Wild take. And JDO responds to that, yeah, it's like, well, you aren't even willing to drop everything you have for your kids, so why would I be dropping everything for your kid? Faduka says, every time I read stories like this, I'm immensely grateful that I, childless by choice, am treated with respect by my sister who has a little boy. I've never been asked to babysit, even if she just wants to run out for a few things while visiting family. My other sister loves babysitting him and always takes over. Hi, Yodu baby. Oh, my cat has interrupted the stream, but that's fine. It's never an interruption when the kitty comes by. Hi, baby. What's up? You want to hang out in here? Meow. Meow. Want to come say hi into the mic? Want to say hi into the mic? You want to sit in my lap? Yeah, come sit in my lap. Yeah, come here, baby. Come here. Move that up. Kitty butt. There we go. Hi, baby. There's kitty. Can you see? right here. There's a kitty. Yeah. There you go, baby. Yeah. Want to say hi to everybody? Ah. You want to say hi, baby? Sorry, it's kind of hard to see because she's black and white. Yeah, she goes. There she goes again. Hi, baby. Wanna come say hi to the mic? To the. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, she likes saying hi into the camera. Oh. I'm gonna bump the microphone. Okay, just don't chew on it. I don't want you chewing on anything like that. Okay. I love this baby. That's my Yoda baby. Yeah, okay. 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 I need to read stories, baby. I'm in the middle of reading stories, baby. Yeah. I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh. He's my baby. Hi. He's my baby. He's my baby. Yeah. Oh, I love you, baby. Okay, can I go back to reading stories? Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. Make it a little bit easier. There we go. There. It's okay if I have a cord coming down when I'm reading stories. It's a little more annoying when it's playing a game, but anyway, I still think everyone sucks here, but honestly, the mother should have stuck around for her child. It's fucked. It's fucked. Fuck. How about this? Am I the asshole? Peed standing up in traffic jam. God damn it, I did it again. Let's actually hit the title. Poo mode activated. Uh-oh. Throwaway by Funnel Fuss. That's the throwaway? Interesting. I am 26, a woman. My boyfriend is 25. We got stuck in an insane traffic jam. Boyfriend was driving. We were at a standstill. Found out later on they had closed the highway. Wow. I had to pee really bad, like bad, bad, bad. I saw that a couple of guys had to run to the side of the road to pee, and I decided to do the same. It was super open with a few bushes by the side of the road, really not much cover. I have a stand-to-pee device in my car. Oh, that's awesome. But when I grabbed it, my boyfriend got all weird. He said people would see me pee standing up and think I was trans. I said no one would think that. Plenty of women have pee funnels, and that also I didn't care. I have no beef with trans people. He said I should squat, just to put his mind at ease. I said I didn't want to get my butt and cooch out on the highway in front of everyone or get pee on my shoes, and I just wanted to be quick and clean. He said he didn't want people to look at the girl he was dating and think she was trans and that I should squat like girls do. I'm dying by this point. I finally couldn't hold it anymore, and I really didn't want to show the world my butt, so I ran to the side of the road, slipped the device into my jeans, and just peed standing up with my back to traffic. No one could see anything, it just slides through the zipper, but I guess maybe if someone was looking, they would be confused? When I got back to the car, my boyfriend wouldn't talk to me. He says I disrespected his feelings. But it was 100% an emergency. Am I the asshole? Update to all the commenters asking, yes, he is an ex-boyfriend now. And yes, there were other red flags. Ditched the man, kept the pee funnel. Gonna laugh at him every time I pee standing up. Those things, that's fucking, there you go. Get those. All women should have some of those because you know what? Peeing when you stand up is fucking amazing. And that's all I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave it at that. So useful. So let's see. Amazeballs Trippin' says, not the asshole. Your boyfriend would have preferred for everyone to see your ass and vagina than have a random stranger think his girlfriend is trans. He would rather you expose yourself for his personal gain and get a better boyfriend. I agree. Definitely not the asshole. Pixie Chixie says he also apparently thinks it's normal for people to stare at strangers who are trying to pee in order to evaluate them and then analyze who they're with and their relationship. Canada, California? Poppet CA says, this has always been my contention in the bathroom debate. If you know what I'm using to urinate, you're the problem, not me. Unruly Neuron says, yep, especially in ladies' rooms, which would you find more unsettling / startling? Walking into a public bathroom and seeing a man, or seeing a woman try to spy on someone in a closed stall? I just want everyone to wash their damn hands, Bacon Pitsy says. I do not give a flying rat fuck in space what your genitalia looks like. In fact, I prefer not to know. But if you don't wash your hands, I don't trust you. Nasty. Nasty. Agreed, Bacon Bitsy. Let me look. What's the most useless item ever? The wood chipper in Stardew Valley. Insert a piece of hardwood to break it down into regular wood. Agreed. Agreed. R/D&D. Need help writing a "We are leaving the campaign" email? Ooh. What is ooh? By Sunny Yellow Scarf 5.5. Hey y'all. My friends and I hired a professional DM on Start Playing. That might have been your first mistake. We are a package deal, so all three of us will be leaving. The issue is that it's a Monday morning session for the two of us, starting at 9 a.m. We're both in Vegas, and sometimes work asks us to be out late on Sundays. We don't work the same job, that's just Vegas, time works differently here. Which we have both declined for the past 3 months in order to get good sleep and show up on time. Our DM is consistently late and underprepared and has canceled on us twice at 10:30 p.m. our time the night before. We do not have a set end time. This is on Mondays where work is a concern, and the one other player in the party is in Europe, and not ending on time often goes past his limit for needing to be asleep. We end up finishing without him. Rough. Man, I thought I had trouble coordinating D&D campaigns. It feels rude and unprofessional to be so lax on their end about the scheduling. Yeah, you're paying them. Okay, see, this is a job. This is a job, and you need to be on time to your job. Like, that, period. It feels rude and unprofessional to be so lax, exactly. So, here's what I have so far. Help me tone it. Hi, DM. Unfortunately, we, collectively, have decided that the scheduling for Mondays doesn't really work for us, and we're switching to a different campaign. Michael and I are on the West Coast, and 9 a.m. is early. I won't sugarcoat this and make you wonder. It is because we both work evenings and sometimes have Sunday night obligations we leave early to wake up on time. We have both made sacrifices with work and family in our schedules to be able to play Monday mornings. Starting late, ending late, and being canceled on last minute after we made concrete plans to make it on time is not a schedule we can continue making exceptions for. I feel like maybe we need some commas in here, at least just as to break this up a little. Like right here, maybe. Anyway, sorry. Because Lei is one of my best friends and we come as a package deal, Lei's coming with us as well. So sorry to leave you 3 players short. And that was the end of that. So before I look at some of the suggestions with it, I mean, you're right up saying, hello. You're like, right off. Unfortunately, you could probably get rid of the unfortunately and just say, we collectively have decided that the scheduling for Mondays doesn't really work for us, comma, and we're switching to a different campaign, period. Yeah, Michael and I are on the West Coast, and 9 a.m. is early. You can probably get rid of the I won't sugarcoat this, make you wonder. This is because we both work evenings and sometimes have Sunday night obligations. You could just, I mean, I was going to say you could leave it at Sunday night obligations. You could cut out this, we have to leave early for it. It's like, you have Sunday night obligations. We both made sacrifices with our work and family and our schedules to be able, yeah, that's still good. Starting late, ending late, and being canceled on last minute. You could get rid of after we made concrete plans. Canceled on last minute. Is not a schedule we can continue making exceptions for. Yeah, I guess this is pretty much the same. So, yeah. And then we went with the edit was, "Hi DM, I'm so sorry, but timing and consistency isn't working for us. So unfortunately, Michael, Lay, and I are withdrawing from the campaign." See, even more succinct than what I had. I was still like keeping a lot of this same unnecessary stuff, but I was like, you don't have to say unfortunately we. And you know what? Yeah, this is good. This is much more concise. This is way better than anything I suggested. Throw everything I said out the window. See some of the comments just to see, like Paleo Logos. If you're paying this person, you don't really need to tell them anything other than it's not working out for us, so we're switching to a different situation. Explaining your reasons is your decision, but unless you want a protracted series of emails back and forth, I'd skip it. Yeah, exactly. Bamboominum says, paid DM here. This is more than fine. And Sunny Yellow Scarf, well, I would like to state a reason for her so she can improve. Average Redditor GPT says that. Wait, that is a good reason. Providing this type of feedback is doing a favor to the person, but it's usually only worth doing if you think the person would appreciate the favor. I don't know if this is a joke name, Redditor. Like they're not actually AI, or if this is I don't know. I'm already that's got me tilted. That's got me going like I don't even know. How about am I overreacting? Mother-in-law, 23 minutes ago, hot off the presses by real smart fake blonde. Am I overreacting? Mother-in-law. So yeah, this is the let me click on it. All right. We are in blah 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 our wedding anniversary right now. It's at 2 p.m. and then at 8:30, so 6.5 hours later after the last one. Hello, are you guys okay? And then looks like 27 minutes later, heart. And then an hour after that, no texts, no calls, no news, no visits, just like if we were dead. We're both busy, Ma. I'm still recovering. I just got out of the hospital. Do not send us anything like that, please. Blank is as well. We're both still bleeding, if you must know. You also have a phone to call us if you wanted to. Just like Blank has. Good night. Love you both. It was also our anniversary yesterday, and we've been spending time together after all we've been through. Mother-in-law's random text. Sorry for just blowing directly into the microphone for a prolonged period of time there. I just needed to off gas. Before I get into this, we do a little vaping. Okay. Am I overreacting? Mother-in-law's random text. For context, it's been a rough few months for myself and my husband. Car accident, totaled car in December, pregnancy news in January, miscarriage news early February, DNC on the 20th, DNC, oh my god, my brain is not, because if you had miscarriage news, I'm assuming it's the, taking the out of the baby, I think. My husband had surgery the very next day on the 21st. Went on a pre-planned trip the 25th, came back home. He ended up in the hospital for a few days, discharged from the hospital, and it was our wedding anniversary. So yeah, like lots of roughness. We've been navigating everything, trying to return to normalcy after the surgeries, trip, and hospital stay. Navigating paperwork for medical leave, follow-up visits, so on. When we told the family about our miscarriage, we got the initial "I'm so sorry" text, and then it was radio silent for 9 days. I got a nice text the night before the DNC. However, after my husband's surgery the next day, his parents were all over it. After that, his mom seemed to copy-paste a "Hello, are you guys okay" text that she sent basically every other day in our group chat with us. It was a little bit annoying, to be honest, because it legit seemed copy and pasted. My husband barely checks his phone and is bad about responding, so I do most of the updating. When he was in the hospital this recent time, he didn't want anyone else there except me, but I made sure to send more than one update per day, plus photos in a group chat with his family, so everyone was in the loop. Keep in mind, he was discharged from the hospital on Friday. Monday was our anniversary, and today is Tuesday. We received these texts from his mom in a group chat with us. My husband replies with the 5 messages, to which she responds, "Good night, love you both." I am so confused. Let me see comments. Let me see. FunSun7903, good response from your husband, though, for confronting it. Obvious Presence 111, my mom texts like this, and she 100% has an untreated mood disorder. Booty Princess 666 responds to that. I'm sure mine does, too. Good times, it's never know when you're gonna die, any conflict, and it's I wish I'd fucking die today, then I'd know peace. It's a lot. Excellent Neat 9432 says, I rarely get to say this on Reddit. You've got a good man there. Husband replies with the 5 messages, to which she responds, "Good night, love you both." Yeah, that I was assuming that it was him saying, "We're both busy, Ma. I'm still recovering. I just got out of the hospital. Do not send us anything like that." Blank is as well. We're both still bleeding, if you must know. You also have a phone to call us if you wanted to, just like Blank has. Good night, love you both. It was also our anniversary. Oh no, sorry. See, this is the problem with them blanked out. I don't know whose mother and whose husband. Husband is saying it was also our anniversary yesterday, and we've been spending time together after all we've been through. See, yeah. See, after I got the context down here, I fucking missaid that thing. So it's like, hello, are you guys okay? Heart. No text, no calls, no news, no visits. Just like if we were dead. Yeah, and that's why hubby was like, we're both busy. I'm still recovering. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Were you overreacting? What was the reaction? You didn't really have any kind of reaction. Nobody was overreacting there. I think maybe the mother was being a weirdo, but am I the asshole for speaking to my overweight assistant about her business lunch and making her cry? Oh, you might be the asshole, especially since you just gotta put this in the title. You're like, it's so important that I point out my overweight assistant and make her cry. Did you not the a-hole? Not the a-hole? Not the a-hole. Okay. Is this one of those things where you happen to title it like this, hoping people would just call you the a-hole without looking at it? Hot Lab 4411. Let's see. At the beginning of the year, I hired an assistant. We'll call her Amy. Amy is great at what she does, and I've already given her a raise because I felt she was underpaid for what she was doing. Good for you. I'm working on several large deals, so I gave Amy the lead on one of them. She did an excellent job. Okay. I set up a lunch appointment with that client on Friday. I told him I would be bringing Amy, as she has been instrumental in their account. He did not have a problem with this. Amy was professional, knowledgeable, and did an overall good job. The client and I were both impressed, with the exception of one thing. The client and I had both ordered burgers and fries. Hold on. I did happen to scan ahead a little bit. Are you really gonna judge her about what she orders at this lunch? Are you really? Amy ordered a steak. Well done. I mean, that's a crime, but anyway. Mashed potatoes, steamed veggies, and a side of soup. Yeah, that sounds like steak and sides. It's mashed potatoes, veggies, and soup. Yeah, client and I finished about the same time. It was another 15 minutes before Amy finished. Then the waitress came around and asked if we wanted dessert. The client and I both said no. Amy ordered cheesecake and coffee. Okay, I can see that this is going to go into like a fat shaming thing. It feels like it's going to go into a fat shaming area. So fuck you. It also feels like maybe there's some kind of neurotypical thing going on here where it's like you're supposed to assume to not order things that take longer than the client. Is that what's going on here? And like some weird social faux pas about like don't order dessert if the client didn't order dessert. Like that's what this feels like. This feels like some weird I don't know. Yeah. This feels and you were voted not the asshole fucking neurotypicals. I realized that I hadn't spoken to Amy about client lunches before. So, after the meeting, period, I explained to her that it is best to follow the client's lead. I fucking called it. If they order simple food, we order simple food. If they decline dessert, we decline dessert. If we desert, desert. If we want something afterwards, we can pick it up later. Amy did not take this well. At first, she offered to pay me back. I told her it was not a money issue. I have no problem buying her lunch, but to keep in mind it's about business. I told her I usually order wraps or burgers because they're not too messy, like spaghetti, and I can take small bites in case I'm asked a question. I can also match the client's eating speed so there's no awkward waiting on either side. I knew it! I knew it was some fucking bullshit like this! Then she started crying, saying it's because she's fat, her words, not mine. I again told her it was about strategy. I thought she had great potential and I wanted to help guide her. I then told her about some of my past faux pas. For example, ordering spaghetti and getting it all on my shirt, or once I ordered first and ordered a cheeseburger when the client was vegetarian and highly disgusted at me. Like, I get that it's strategy. I'm just saying that it's bullshit. I'm saying it's bullshit not because like like that doesn't actually help. It's bullshit because that's literally that is a thing that it's like a weird mirroring, like mirror the client, do what the client does. It feels so fake and phony. That's why. That's why. It's because it's strategy instead of like it's two people actually getting to know each other. No, because it's business. Because it's business, it's a fucking artifice, and they're using this thing that humanity has developed, meals, communal meals, where you converse with other people in your tribe, in your village, and around you, in your family, to know about things and learn and like just socialize. And they're like, and now we're going to make this be for business. So in that case, we're going to have these little etiquette things and these etiquette things. And I mean, like, there's etiquette in culture, obviously, and it depends on what culture you're in, what like food etiquette is and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of got off on a soapbox there. Let's just. She was still upset when she left. I felt like an asshole for bringing this to her attention, but my intentions were good. I feel like she has great potential. The meal did not concern me as much as how she took instruction. Now I'm wondering if others think I was wrong for bringing it up at all. All right, let's look at some responses. Um, Amy did not take this from Fit Bumblebee 6420. At first, she offered to pay me back. I told her it was not a money issue. There's no way you can get someone who's determined to misunderstand you to understand you. You did not comment on her weight, and her theatrics speak to her and whatever she's dealing with internally. Professionally, this is a huge red flag for Amy. I know it's hard to hear, especially given the crying and all that, but you're not the asshole. It's... I feel like the asshole here is society. I think it's bullshit that you have to set up your things in such a way that you have to like how you said. Well, there was a client that I ordered before her. It was cheeseburger, and they were vegetarian and highly disgusted at me. That shouldn't factor into it does, but it shouldn't factor into what is a business decision. I don't know. It's it's so fucking muddy. It's so fucking muddy. You should be able to order a cheeseburger and have a client who's a vegetarian and it not affect this this dinner, especially since you're not even like talking business, are you? Right? Hold on. Lunch appointment with a client. Lunch appointment. Okay, so I guess all right, all right. A lunch appointment with a client is technically has been instrumental in their account. Professional did a good job. They're both impressed. So I mean, fuck. What do I mean? I guess in the interest of trying to teach someone about a particular world and its etiquettes and culture and behaviors, you are not an asshole because you are trying to educate her on this world that she is entering, how it's been set up, what's been expected. What I hate is the setup and the expectations. Supervisor Scata says this feels like the type of behavior of a person who can't accept they did anything wrong and instead turns the attack around on the other person. A little bit does. I mean, like, the thing is, I'm sure she has been judged for being overweight, and so may very easily be like, "Oh, it's because it's like you're mad because I ordered steak and like ordered dessert and like added on, and you're coming from the position. OP's coming from the position of like mirror the client. They ordered this thing. See, I ordered it. You probably should have just ordered maybe a chicken sandwich or a burger, something that takes like an equivalent amount of time instead of a fancier steak, um, because of also like the amount of time that it takes, and then not ordering the dessert. I guess because you had to look at this as a lunch appointment and not just, hey, we're three people, three equals having lunch at a place. Order whatever you want. It's because it's set up as a fucking like interview appointment type thing. It's become business into the food. I'm not going to rant on that again. Um, yeah, I understand this is one incident, but it's something to watch out for. I've had coworkers and past partners like this. Once you notice it, it reappears everywhere. I mean, you're kind of assuming that that's what she's gonna keep doing, but like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we live in a particular society that is very fat phobic, and people say fucking mean ass shit to be mean. Stropo says exactly, especially Amy bringing up the weight issue. From what the OP writes, it wouldn't have mattered if Amy was thin. It was the size of the meal she ordered, not her own size. And the supervisor said, I can understand not recognizing they're ordering an initial meal. That's breaking with what's more normal for the setting. Where I think Amy goes completely wrong is not seeing others have been done are waiting, but seeing they pass on more food and her deciding to double down and order even more, making them wait even longer for just her. That's where I think it shows she's out of bounds and demonstrating a lack of consideration for others. She may not recognize it, but she's being rude to everyone else. Yeah, and see, like that's one of those like the neurotypical things where like if you're going in neurodivergent, you go from my idea where it's just like we're having lunch. This is lunch. This is an informal setting. Yeah, I know we've worked together, but like we're here to eat. I can order whatever I want. I want some dessert. I'm gonna get some fucking dessert. It's my money. Who fucking cares? The client. The client cares. Like, yeah, like OP ordering before the client and getting a burger when the client was vegetarian, causing conflict, or spaghetti and getting messy. OP also gave the tip of trying to order simple things to avoid getting oneself messy. That's true. He did say that. So yes, I guess the OP is not necessarily the asshole. OP did try to give examples where they'd made their own mistakes in the past and learned from it. Yes. Exactly. All right. Ooh, 3 minutes ago. Am I the asshole for getting mad at my boyfriend for liking and adding to his story other girls' bikini pics? It only has one upvote and 2 comments. Let's take a look at this. It's fresh from background Grr 3949. You heard the title. He reposts all of his friends' stories, all girls, all boys. But this is the first bikini one I've seen, new relationship. And I said, I'm not really a fan of that. And he said, sorry, but won't take it down. Is this on me? What do I say? It's a very short thing, but like I said, I don't like it, and he's sorry, but now getting rid of it, but not getting rid of it, I think. I just need advice on what to say to him. So my specific question is how I should approach the situation, how I can stay respectful to his friendships, how to ask nicely, but also how I can be firm with what I want. I just want him to take it down, but he won't. And yes, absolutely, please uplift your friends and all, but like she's it wearing clothes, and how do you think she's going to feel when she sees you added her post to your story, you know? She's going to think you like what you see. He thinks I look good. He's showing me off. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like that at all. I don't know how I even really feel, but not good. And when other people see he's liked it and sharing it in his story, they're going to think the same thing and then maybe realize that he has a girlfriend who he's supposed to like. So what's up with that? You feel like an asshole because I keep getting onto him and nagging at him about stuff. I mean, I feel like every time we hang out, I have to nag some more and question some more. I'm literally being so annoying and exhausting. I know, but like, I'm sure I'm making him feel bad about himself, so I guess I might be an asshole for that. This post has contest mode enabled. Comments are in random ordering. Um, it's literally two. LP's offered the following explanation. We keep getting angry with my I keep getting angry with my boyfriend and nagging him every time we hang out because he pisses me off sometimes, and it makes me an asshole because I might be ruining his self-esteem and making him feel like shit all the time. OP, are you 16? Is your boyfriend also 16? I'm going to say yes. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna just be real with you. I've only been, I have not, I wasn't in relationships as a teenager. I didn't really start dating until after I graduated high school. Shocker. Um, and I have been only in a handful of relationships. I've not been in like tons and tons of relationships. So I can only say that you have communicated to him that you don't like that. You have explained why you don't like that in detail. You're like, I don't, other people see you like it, you don't like that. You're very focused on what other people think. Um, you're focused on what the girl thinks. You're focused on what everyone thinks. You're focused on what he thinks. And you're worried that you're making him feel bad. Um, I don't know. Is there anything about him that's any good? This feels like you're both teenagers, and it's okay to break up over nothing. Um, yes, I'm gonna say that it's okay to break up over nothing. If it just feels like, you know what, he's liking girls' bikini pics. I don't like that. I told him I don't like that. Could you like not post that on your thing? And he's like, no, I'm gonna have it on there. Then you know what? You can just break up. It's okay. It's okay if he just gave you the ick and you just break up. It's fine. It's okay. Do not come back to me telling me you are both 37 years old and you've been married for the past 12 years. Automod. Da da da. This comment is not accusing you of copying anything. This comment is a copy of your Oh, okay. Okay. Da da da. Oh, is that it? Okay, so yeah. Um, I guess I'm the first person to say anything on here, and that's what I'm gonna say. It's okay to break up. It's fine. It's okay. It's not the worst thing ever to happen to anybody. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Breaking up is not the worst thing to ever happen to anybody ever. Am I overreacting? What the fuck? My dad likes to put messy stuff on my bed? That's fucked. Being trans has kicked me in the teeth to show me how much privilege I had. Hmm. Hmm. We can move past that one. When the asshole for ditching my friend in an ultra marathon. That sounds funny. Silk secret. Dead. Silk secrets X. Secret sex. Not the a-hole. Been voted not the a-hole. I am a 22-year-old woman who has a lot of experience hiking, and for the last year has been training regularly to compete in my first 31-mile ultra marathon. Jesus Christ! The training was 2 to 3 short runs per week, and a trial run on most weekends. 2 months before the race, one of my girlfriends decided she wanted to compete and push herself as well. I suggested that 2 months would probably not be enough time to train up her joints, especially when she often gets knee pain during hikes. She decided to sign up anyways. As she was now committed, I tried to help her prepare as much as possible, suggesting that she comes on trial runs weekly with me. However, she only ended up coming on 4 short trial runs and struggled a lot throughout them. As to my knowledge, she also didn't train her legs for knee health. Oh god, like running is like it's a high impact kind of sport, I guess, if you want to call it a sport. I mean, like it's an activity, it's an exercise for sure. Um, it's it's probably a sport, you know. Whatever. If you gamify it, it's a sport. Um, yeah, you need to train. Like, oh god, I cannot imagine what my knees would feel like after 31 miles. I haven't even hiked that much, let alone tried to run that much. Like, I think the longest I had to ruck was like 15, maybe 20 miles. Maybe 20 miles at the most. Like, and that was like the limit. That was, whew, it was rough. On race day, I ran with her for the first 8 miles or so without issue. However, at mile 8, 8 mile, boom, 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 boom. At mile 8, she stated she needed to have a rest and walk. I did this with her for 15 to 20 minutes and suggested we get back to running. At this point, she'd run for 5 to 10 minutes, then walk for 5, saying her knees hurt too much. At this point, I said that I'm leaving to complete this race as I've been training roughly a year. I ended up finishing the race, and she ended up disqualified roughly 1.5 hours later. You don't have to have the H here because that's 1.5 hours later. Yeah. You could also just put 1.5 hours later. Once we met up after the race. What is with this comma? What is with this odd commas? Anyway, once we met up after the race, she was complaining that we were meant to do this together and that it was wrong to ditch her when she was so exhausted and in pain. I want to make it clear that she was in no risk of danger. Everyone's required to have GPS trackers on them and other safety equipment. It is equipment before starting the race. What is this? Is this English not your first language? Now, every time we meet up, she makes it a point of saying how selfish I was at this point and how much it goes against friendship values. To me, if she just trained properly, none of this would have been an issue, and she wasn't valuing the commitment I've made for the last year. Was I the asshole here? I don't know what it is about this post that is like, it's formulated odd. Tell me this wasn't written by ChatGPT. Please. What is this format? I'm getting bugged out. Opie offered the following explanation: 1 dash. I ditched my friend so I would complete the ultra marathon. 2 parentheses because she wanted to complete the race with me, I guess. See, that feels human almost, but like I don't know. Let me look at these. Cutie Patoot X. Cutie Patutix says, not the asshole. The fact you trained so hard and she made the race about her is not cool. Agreed. You spent over a year training and she wanted you to give up all that hard work. Agreed. Yeah, I tend to feel the same. I trained so hard for this. Karenia402 says, OP, you were in no way selfish and not the asshole. Your girlfriend is the one who was selfish. The friend who is a girl. By expecting you to stay with her the whole time. You warned her about what she needed to do to prepare herself, and she didn't take you seriously. The High Popped says, completely half-assing training for a serious distance race and then expecting her to stay with her the whole time. Yeah, not the asshole. Agreed. Agreeably-geebelied. All right, let's go back to the home page. What do you think he has in there for him to be so nervous about it? Prawn. Am I overreacting? I walked away from a date because he expected me to pay. Maybe r/trans passing so well I'm excluded from trans spaces. Okay, I'm going to read that one. On r/trans by IKHMN. Passing so well I'm excluded from trans spaces and he's trans mask. I'm at a weird point in my life. I'm 22, came out as trans mask at 13 and started hormones at 17. Congratulations. So 5 years on hormones. I'm perceived as a cis man. My presence makes trans women uncomfortable, and I am actively avoided. It is a strange feeling of passing too well, something I'm very grateful for in most situations, except when I am not welcome in trans spaces. I wish I could have every trans person know I'm trans and not have cis people know. Ooh, we need a secret, a secret thing that only trans people know, that they never ever share with a cis person. You can't ever share it. Recent situation was at a T for T rave with my trans girlfriend and talking in a group of trans friends. A trans girl comes up, starts talking to my girlfriend, doesn't look in my direction the entire time while I try to talk, takes a step in to close me out of the circle so I'm fully excluded. That's fucked. I'm grateful to pass so well because I know how awful it is, and I completely understand why a trans person will be uncomfortable around cis people. Just feels terrible being pushed away from my own community. Oof. I am so sorry, dude. That's fucked up. That's also just fucked up to do. If everybody here was cis, that would be fucked up as well. Like if a dude was just hanging out with friends and a girl, a cis dude was talking to people, and then a cis girl comes up and just kind of like steps in to close out of the circle so that you're excluded, that would be fucked up. So this is fucked up behavior in general. Fraser Fur says, Fraser Fur, yeah, same. People usually see me as cis guy or trans femme egg before thinking I'm a post-transition guy. Real fucking awkward at the trans meetup when you say blank, he, him, and multiple people immediately say, not for long. Ooh. OP says, that's kind of why I've avoided going to trans support groups with my girlfriend. I worry I'll seem like an out-of-place chaser or assume to be a pre-transition trans femme and get dysphoric. When I was younger, I always loved seeing late-stage transitioning trans people because it gave me hope. And I'd love to be helpful to people like that. But I feel like at this point I'm passing too well to be a support unless I directly tell people I'm trans. That TI2318 says, could you maybe feel comfortable just outing yourself in trans spaces? I can't really relate, so this is just a friendly suggestion, but I totally get it if you don't want to. But as a trans girl who is afraid of people in general, and men in particular, mostly because I'm afraid they'll see me as one of the guys, I know that, I can imagine that lots of us make you feel unwelcome in your own community. Sorry, and good luck. Go be that example for the fresh trans guys. Dutch Rayan, binary trans man, says, many trans men don't feel safe in trans spaces because the hate to men and masculinity, and that's because the patriarchy has poisoned our perception of masculinity. Cthulhu opens a door, says, I see and hear people use trans person to mean trans woman all the time as if those are synonymous. It's like they don't even know that trans men exist. I kind of understand it from cis people because they're often just ignorant about us in general, but to see it so often in trans spaces is really upsetting and disappointing. It is. It really fucking is. I'm so sorry you get subjected to stuff like that. We as a community need to do better. Trans men belong in trans spaces just as much as any other trans person. Yeah. And don't even try to remind those folks, Azrath says, of the existence of non binary people such as myself. I get so much NB phobia and NB erasure from within the trans community. That's fucked up. We need to be working together. Come on. Long suffering squid, I also tend to give cis folk the benefit of the doubt. After all, they might just be ignorant. Ironically, that means I give trans allies less leeway since they claim to know better. Yeah. Pastel Print says saying shit like that to a trans man is absolutely ridiculous and gross as hell. What the fuck? Weary Arrival 9667. Okay, but the people that say not for long just suck all around. Even if you were a cis dude, I think it's really weird to push a trans identity on someone who isn't introducing themselves that way. Call people like that out. They need to wake the fuck up. It's true. It's true. You can that's one of those inside thoughts. You can totally think that really hard, but don't fucking say it, all right? You know? Slowest Hour says if someone tells you their pronouns and your first response is to undermine the assertion, you're being a problem and should self reflect. Exactly. If someone is questioning or exploring their gender, they'll tell you that when they're comfortable. Speculating out loud is at best extremely rude. I agree. That is facts. FAXXX. Am I the A-pod? What? Oh. Am I the asshole podcast? For how I said I wasn't interested? I won't go to. Nah. Tattoo advice? Nah. Am I the asshole for telling my neighbor to stop or I'd throw away whatever she leaves on my property? Meh. Oh, oof. How about this? We got about like 3 minutes left. We'll go with this other r/trans one right here. My dad turned into a TERF overnight, and I need support. Advice by Throwaway Venkai Shot. Venkai Shot? It doesn't matter. It's a throwaway. I thought my days of venting about trans issues on Reddit was over, but here we are. So my dad previously was my biggest ally. It took a bit, but we found our way, and he's defended me vehemently from transphobic family members, been a huge supporter of trans rights, and even got my new name tattooed on his arm and made sure the tattoo artist was also a trans man. But then my little sister came out to him in that same day that he came into my room in joyous tears that he was finally getting my aunt and uncle to call me my correct name. He screamed the most heinous, vile, transphobic, homophobic rhetoric and slurs at my poor sister all weekend until she went back to my mom's house. He's even started to rescind his support towards me, talking about how I'll never get a real job and be able to support myself because the world's too bigoted, and I brought this on myself by choosing a difficult path. He also briefly talked about writing us out of his will if we didn't find a way to financially support ourselves because he was tired of being too soft on us and letting us do whatever we want. He even keeps flipping back and forth. It seemed like he was marginally getting better, moving towards progress, emailing a therapist for anger management and LGBTQIA plus issues. And then today during class emailed me a D-trans article and begged me and my sister to reconsider ever getting surgery. I expected an apology, but he snapped at me when he got home, saying I had no idea what it was like to have children wanting to mutilate themselves, comparing it to wanting to cut off a limb. I really don't know what I'm asking for here. Support? Kind words? Advice from parents who also have multiple trans kids letting me know me and my sister aren't crazy? I have no idea. I'm pretty much sick of his games at this point, but I'm worried moving out will be a terrible financial decision because I'm in art school and I feel like all my money should be saved for paying off my loans once I'm out. But I'm tired of feeling stressed in my own house because if he's unpredictable with his anger issues and if he's in a bad mood, he'll knock on my door every 5 minutes to yell at me some more. Honestly, my dad turning into a TERF wasn't even close to being on my 2026 bingo card. Oh, man, that was rough. That is fucking rough. And that's weird that he's kind of like going back and forth. Where is he? He's obviously getting some kind of something, some kind of news feed is getting sent to him, like on his phone or something, where it's I think it's a combination of that and being like how you were like, yeah, you're a trans dude, gonna be like, hell yeah, tattoo artist was also a trans man. But then little sister comes out, and where it's like maybe misogyny kind of seeping in as well, being like, wait, no, I'm cool with you becoming a dude. That's awesome. But if my other son now becomes a girl, no, that's bad. That I already know that there's fucked up people that are gonna do fucked up shit to him, and it's just like, God. Um, all I can tell you is that you aren't crazy. Your sister is not crazy. The world is getting to your father. I don't know why he's flipping back and forth, but something's like, yeah, therapist for anger management and LGBTQ issues, but then also getting a D-trans article. Like, I don't know. Is he having mental health problems? Like, is he at an age where like dementia could be a thing? I'm not sure. Let me look at some fake bird fact says it sounds like he could only handle having one trans kid and one normal kid, and having two trans kids was too much for him. OP says most likely he's also caught up in the mathematics and being like, if only 1% of the population is trans, what are the odds two of my kids are trans? Fake bird facts replies, I would not be surprised if he's insecure in his masculinity and believes he must have done something to make you trans and is now lashing out at you too because of his insecurity. Uh, and the OP replies, yeah, he's had a lot of problems in life, is a recovering drug addict. That can fuck with your brain chemistry. And divorced my mom and wasn't able to be as present in our childhoods as he would have liked. Most likely thinks he fucked up somehow and made us trans, and maybe that's why he's taking it out on us, especially since in our huge family, 30 plus cousins, we're the only trans people. You're the only out trans people. Argavon says only 1% of the population are natural redheads, but I'm not surprised when two siblings both are. We don't exactly understand the genetic factors of transness, but they must exist, so it shouldn't be too surprising when a family has more than one. Friendly Beagle, for sure, although we don't understand what causes transness, there is research to suggest that if one sibling is trans, the others are more likely to be too. Interesting. I'm really sorry that is happening to you, OP. I hope that you are able to have support and family around you. And that just feels like such a nothing statement, doesn't it? I don't know. I can't help you. Um, I can commiserate. And we'll leave it at that. That has been the Reddit Hour. Thank you for stopping by. If you like what you saw, cool. If you want to say something, say something. Otherwise, you can subscribe if you want to watch this again. I'm going to try and just stream these and then post them directly onto YouTube. So I'll see you there. Bye.